focus to there and then start to reading. Some people use it, some people don't. It's basically preference, but it does help sometimes to get that person's attention and start them reading where you want them to go. So basically, people read from left to right, and the drop caps have been shown to force people through paragraphs that contain them. So you could put these all the way through. If you've got a really important paragraph that you want to use for what you want that reader to read, you could put that drop cap to capture their attention and to get them to read that. So why not get this little weapon in your bag of tricks and use it? It does work. A lot of people really don't mess with them, but they do work. All right, now we've got some copy here. And again, there's going to be a lot that you would want to add to this. And one of the things that when you discover sales copy that come with private label rights packages is that usually they leave a lot of room for you to improve and to be able to add in what needs to be added. And the reason they do that is because they don't know you, the buyer of that private label right product. They don't know your story yet. So you need to put that story in and add it. First, you're going to start out by identifying the pain. Basically the pain of it is this person, does your sales copy suck? I mean, so bad that you can barely squeeze out a sale from 1,000 visitors to your website and you just can't figure out why. What's the pain? They got this sales copy sitting out there. They got visitors coming and they're just not making any sales. They're not getting any results from all the effort and stuff. And they can't figure out why. They're just dumbfounded. They're just like, I don't understand this. Well, now you need to start relating with that. And you could go into a little bit more and, really make that, identify that pain a little bit better there and, go on for a couple more paragraphs. As you notice here, what we taught in the first lesson, I think it was, we're using the white space here and we're keeping our paragraphs nice and short, kind of evened out through there. All of these are 3 to 4, except for the last one here, but, keep them all even so it flows nice, it looks nice, it's easy to read. We want to relate with the customer and the pain. So now we want to relate with that to show them that we understand what they're going through. So obviously the first thing you need to do is stop wasting your time trying to figure things out on your own. Because I already know that from experience. It's impossible to just figure out. Now that's really not that strong, but we're showing you where you're starting to relate to that person. It's like, I've been here. I've been where you're at before. This would be a great spot for you to begin to write your story, your experiences, especially if you were trying to write copy or you had sales copy out there that just wasn't converting and how you were feeling. So you want to do your best to relate it. So if you were to get sales copy right in this area, you would continue on and tell your own unique story. Next, you're going to tell them that help has arrived with the solution. I'm sure that this is the case, but don't worry. This is why you're here. And I'm happy to tell you that your problems can be fixed. And you came to the right place to get them fixed. Don't worry, your shining knight is here. We're going to save you. We're going to rescue you from your distress and your problems. We've got the solution. And you just keep reading, and we're going to show you that. So first of all, let's talk about the extreme importance of good sales copy. So what you're going to have to do next is start going into talking about good, the importance of good sales copy, why they're going to want to have this product from you. Next, we're going to transition with a subheadline into the imagines. The imagines are when you take your reader to a place they dream to be without the current pain they're experiencing. So, for example, if this is a money-making product, the imagines might read, allow yourself to imagine waking up tomorrow, not to the sound of the darn annoying alarm clock, but when you are rested and ready to take on the day. Get them to just start thinking about that. Think about how good it's going to feel when they wake up in the morning and stuff, and they don't hear that alarm clock going off that annoys them. They woke up peaceful, rested. Now imagine strolling 30 feet to your home office, firing up your computer and opening your emails to discover you've made so much money automatically, and all while you were sleeping, etc., etc., etc. All right, so what did we come up with? First of all, we're going to talk about the extreme importance of power of good sales copy, like we told them we were going to talk about. So we're going to transition it with our sub-headline, just like it said. And we're going to start going into the solution. So we're talking a little bit about the importance of it, you know, how much more money they're going to be making, even with a 1% conversion better, you know, and keep it on going up. One of the things we want to do is we're going to start talking about the solution. You know, that's not bad, but after a while you get bored with that number and decide you want to double your income. Now there's 3 ways that you can do this. First of all, you can double the price of your product. Now you want to show them different ways, but the ones that you start out with are not those solutions you want them to take. You're going to be discouraging them from taking it because you want them to take your solution, which is to buy your course. You could double the price of your product from $97 to $194. This will probably kill your 1% conversion and overall profits would drop. It's not a good choice. You know, if you want to make more money with your visitors, well, double the price. Only problem is your possibility of that 1% might even drop. You could try driving double the traffic to your website and see what happens. This is not always easy as traffic does not come on demand. It can also be a costly choice. So again, well, the second solution, go ahead and just try to get more traffic than what you're doing. So at least you make, you know, so if you get 6,000, you know, maybe you're, you know, 1% of 6,000, you're going to at least make more money. Or you could work on improving your sales copy and increase your conversion rate to 2%. If you have a good product, this is very possible. Just imagine, now we're going to start going into the imagines, you know, and start getting them to really start thinking about how good it's going to feel. Start getting them to paint a picture in their mind about what it's going to be like when they get a hold of your product and it starts helping them and they start getting results. You could work on improving your sales copy and increase your conversion rate to 2%. If you have a good product, it's possible. Just imagine what you could do with the cash from more sales. Think of how great it would feel when the family wants to go out to eat and you don't have to tell them that going out to eat is not in the budget. You know, of course you're going to go on and, you know, have some more imagine and stuff in there, you know, but then again, you're telling them, you just imagine how that feels. Well, that's how powerful good sales copy is. That's why you're going to need this course so bad, you know, because you can just feel how good that's going to feel. You can see it. You can almost taste it. Just by tweaking and improving your sales letter, you can go from 3,000 visitors a month with the 97 product converting at 1% for a total of 2,910. Or you can go 3,000 visitors a month with 97 product converting at 2% for a total of 5,820 in sales. So basically, they didn't have to go out and get more traffic. They didn't have to raise their price just to get money. All they had to do is learn how to write better copy and get better conversions. And all of a sudden, their conversions are up 1% and they're doubled their money. You know, so you start getting them to imagine, and then you show them the results that they can start getting if they just would get a hold of your product. Next, we're going to sub-headline here that transitions into why you're the go-to person. Because remember, last week we talked about some objections that your customers are going to have. You know, they're sitting there going through this. Well, this all sounds great, but is there anybody else maybe out there that maybe would be a little bit better, more experienced than you? They've got objections going on in their mind, and you want to take care of those anytime that you can throughout your sales copy. So you're going to also back it up here, describe why the reader should buy from you. You're going to tell them who you are. You can also use testimonials here where other people are testifying to your credibility or your expertise. All right, we're going to transition into the sub-headline. So why am I doing this, and why do I feel that I am the go-to person? Now we're going to back it up with some social proof, and I want to show you where the social proof is in here. It says, each month I receive hundreds of emails from people just like you who are not making any money online at all. When we're reading that, we don't stop and think, how do I know you receive hundreds of emails from everybody? We just take it for granted. Wow, if this person receives hundreds of emails from people just like you, they know who I am and they're getting all these emails. They must be like a go-to person because everybody else is going to them with the same kind of problems and stuff. So you're basically starting to back this up with social proof, showing them, yes, I am the expert because everybody else is coming to me. You know, everybody else just like you is coming to me as well. When I check out their product, now notice what we're doing again. We're building up our credibility and not showing that we're the expert here. We know what we're talking about. We know what we're doing. We have the solutions. When I check out their product, I find an amazing product just waiting to help someone solve the problem. So we're not beating these people up saying, well, it's your product that was just plain crappy and stuff. You know, we're keeping things positive and stuff as much as we possibly can. Help somebody solve the problems they have been struggling with for so long. You know, I understand you've been struggling. Visitors, they're getting visitors to the site, just never go to the point where they were able to see that the answer was right there waiting for them. So it's like when I looked at their sales page, I looked at their product, I found out that they had a great product, but people were not seeing that, and the reason is because of their sales copy. So why is this? It's always